Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to do a Christmas special. So if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that last year I made pizza for Christmas. Not your traditional dish, but I find that I like to get a little creative on Christmas. And one of my viewers, thank you so much, you know who you are, suggested that I do a Christmas video just to kind of show people what would we eat during Christmas. So I'm gonna try something new, something I've never tried before, and we are gonna be making pasta, carnivore seafood pasta. And then for dessert, I'm gonna do a little spin on an old traditional cheesecake recipe, but I'm gonna be using ricotta. So let's get started. Okie dokie, so we're gonna start with making the noodles first and making the pasta. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to show you how to make the ricotta cheesecake. So for the pasta, you're going to need 4 whole eggs. Got my eggs right here. We're going to use half a cup of cream and 2 cups of cheese. This is 1 cup, but it's actually 2 cups. I just like really squished them together. And I didn't have a cheese grater, so I tried to cut the cheese as cubed and small as possible. I gotta get all these kitchen tools, you guys. I have a cooking channel with no cooking tools. What's going on? And then something that I'm gonna add is gelatin, but we do this part after. I have never made this before, but I did see the recipe online. There's a wonderful channel, an Instagram account, which I'm gonna link below in the description. Her name is Meet Your Potential. Fantastic recipes, so innovative. So meet your potential. I am creating your recipe right now live. I've never done it before. So the recipe does call for gelatin. I don't know if you can make it without. I say it's worth a shot. What do you have to lose? It's always a learning experience. So we'll come back to the gelatin. For now, I'm gonna blend in a hand blender. In like a little machine thing. I'm gonna blend 4 eggs, half a cup of cream, 2 cups of cheese. I used a mild flavored cheese. That's what Meet Your Potential suggested. You don't want anything that's too powerful. And then I'm gonna add a pinch of salt. And hold up, wait a minute. I've got my seafood thawing out here. Woo, look at that. Okay, so let's blend everything together. I love when the blender works. Sometimes it doesn't. Okay, friends, here I've got 1/3 of water, and I'm going to dissolve 2 tablespoons of gelatin inside the water. I haven't worked with gelatin before, so this is a first. I hope I'm doing it right. I'm gonna try to kind of mix it a bit with my spoon, and then I will heat it up on the oven, low heat, until it almost starts to bubble. That's the tip I've received from the Strong Sisters. When I see them making gummies, they boil until it almost starts to bubble. Okie dokie, I'm not sure what it's doing, but it's about to start boiling, so I'm gonna take it off of the heat and let it get to room temp before I add it to my egg, cheese, and cream mixture. Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna add the gelatin mixture to the cheese, egg, and cream mixture, and then I'm gonna blend it up again. This should be interesting. So for the noodles, we're gonna spread the batter here flat. Mine looks pretty liquidy, so I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but we'll try it out. And in the meantime, I've set my oven to 320 degrees Fahrenheit. I believe that's 160 degrees Celsius. So it's pretty liquidy, but not runny like water, so that's good. What I want to do is think of making like a big pasta sheet, like the lasagna sheets. So that's what I'm aiming for. And then we will bake this. That's the fun part about trying new things. You never know what you're gonna get. I could potentially make pasta and then carnivore diet will be complete, or this could be a disaster, but I like to think it's gonna work out, and usually it does. So I didn't want to overfill this one. It's already kind of spilling there. So I have another tray and I'm just gonna pour it in here. And kind of spread it out. This one's cool because it's kind of got walls. Nothing can get out. Okay. Okay guys, time to pop these pasta sheets into the oven. So funny the lengths that the carnivores go to replicate normal food. But I mean, if we can do it and we can make healthier alternatives, why not? If I can recreate this pasta for my celiac boyfriend, win-win. I put one sheet in here and then the other on the bottom. And then I'm gonna set the timer to 20 minutes, but at the halfway mark, apparently it's gonna start making some holes and I'm gonna poke them. That's what I'm supposed to do. I still can't get over this poofy hair, but I just wanted to check in with you guys. Enough about my hair. 10-minute mark, there are no bubbles, but something that happened to me, which you guys can learn from, is the really big tray. It's poor quality, I've learned. So what happened was, within a few minutes in the oven, it popped, the tray like popped, so my batter is no longer even. So I'm gonna have to figure it out and hopefully still be able to salvage some of it and cut it into little pasta strips. We'll see. If not, I have the other little tray. Okay guys, so this is what happens when you try to do something for the first time. This is the pan that popped in the oven. So a girl is not really sure what she's gonna do. I'm gonna try to salvage some pieces. I'm gonna let it cool off and then I'm gonna cut it into thin pasta-like shapes. I don't know, maybe we'll do long spaghetti. We're gonna do a combo because clearly I don't have a lot to work with here. But what I would recommend for the future, and what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna get a really good quality tray, maybe something in between a size of these two, and build a nice little wall and have about this much batter, like a little bit less than an inch of batter in there, so that I have enough to work with. It's not too thin. It's a good level of thickness. But this is how you learn, and you guys can learn from me and make some really bomb pasta. Pretty cool. I'm trying not to break it. I'm just peeling it off the parchment paper and then transferring it onto a cutting board now. Oh, that is awesome. I'm gonna cut it now into little pasta shapes. So this is what I was able to salvage from the flat, large tray. Danny always says to me, there are no mistakes. And I do believe that, because now I know for next time, and now you guys won't mess up on the first try. Get yourself a good baking dish, and don't be stingy with the batter. Make a good amount. So some of these are gonna be good to use and some are not. See, they're very thin there, but we'll try to see what we can do. So here are our pasta noodles. I'm gonna move on now to cooking the seafood and making the cream sauce. Okay guys, it's time to cook this up. Seafood medley I've got here. I usually just wing this and it comes out pretty delicious. I'm gonna add a nice chunk of raw butter in here, and we're doing medium heat, and eventually I am going to cover this up with a lid, and then right here I'm going to start my raw cream sauce with a bit of cheese. We're going to do really low heat here, and I am going to add a lot of cream. How much? It's probably like a cup. And don't do that. Do not do that. We do not want microplastics in our sauce. So when you want to get your cream really saucy and thick, I've done this once before when I make pizza and I use the cream for my sauce. You do low heat and you just kind of constantly mix. It's gonna take a while and it's gonna look like nothing's happening, but just have faith. For now, I'm just gonna let it heat up a bit. My pot hasn't even heated up. So butter has melted. You can see it's got like a good juice in there, and the seafood is steaming. So I'm gonna put the lid on. The lid is oversized, so naturally there's a little bit of space for the steam to come out. So we're doing like kind of like a steam. Make sure that your liquids in there don't dry out. That will not be good. Keep an eye on this. It should do its thing. Mix once in a while and you're good to go. Hey guys, I had to hire an assistant. It was getting way too overwhelming. So here is my mixing assistant. How you doing?
A lot of people wonder what I do behind the camera.
What do you do?
A lot.
No, this is the Petra show. I'm kidding. This is the meters. In case you guys are wondering, why is it called the meters and there's only one girl? There's always a meter behind the scenes. And here he is. So just stirring the seafood in there. You can see that juicy, juicy butter. Feel free to add some lemon or lime if you wish. I don't have any, otherwise I would add some. I forgot. Keep mixing it up here. This is still on low heat. Hasn't really changed consistency, but we just keep on going. So just a little tip. When I first put the raw cream in here, I put it on like a 6 or 7, kind of blast it a little bit. But then immediately, once you see that the cream has warmed up, turn it to low, almost simmer. So I put the cheese in there. I don't have a grater, so I'm just gonna hope that it melts down with time. So we have melted down the mozzarella. This is the same mozzarella that I used to make the pasta. It's not very flavorful, and the cream as well. So there's barely any salty taste. So what I'm gonna do, the seafood's still going. I have some really amazing Parmigiano Reggiano, I think that's what it's called. Much more salty, nutty. I'm gonna add it to my cream sauce. Not all, maybe about half. I'm gonna taste it and see how I like it. Toss this in here, melt it down. I'm gonna add a little bit more. The sauce is almost ready to go. I wanna let you guys know that I put the entire block of cheese in here because it was lacking that salty taste that I was looking for, and now it's perfect. And seafood's done, ready to go. Time to eat. Okay guys, Christmas dinner. This is a great idea. Beautiful cream sauce pasta with seafood. 100% carnivore. Look at that. Woo. I really think we outdid ourselves here.
We sure did.
We sure did. So happy. I'm gonna do a little taste test and then we will move on to dessert if I have any more room. Wow. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. And it's giving me so many more ideas about different sauces I can do, low ground beef, egg yolk, more of this to come, you guys. Give it a try. Get creative this Christmas. So for today's Christmas dessert, we're gonna be making ricotta cheesecake. I'm gonna make a pretty big one, but you can half the ingredients. So I'm using 500 grams of ricotta. You could use cream cheese if you want. I'm gonna try it out with ricotta today. You're gonna need 10 eggs or 5, depending what size you wanna do. I'm gonna use raw honey, some vanilla, a little bit of salt, and some raw butter to coat my pan. So let's get started. What we're gonna do is we're gonna mix up all those ingredients in a blender. So I'm gonna do 10 eggs, 500 grams of ricotta, a pinch of salt, a lid or 2 of vanilla, and a little bit of honey. I'm thinking 1 or 2 tablespoons. So let's blend everything up. Baking dish over here, which I'm going to coat with some raw butter. And then what you want to do is gently pour your mixture in there. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to preheat your oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, and it should take around 25 to 30 minutes. When I did this recipe with cream cheese, that's how long it took, but you'll know it's ready because it's supposed to get super crispy. I'm going to show you guys a photo. So it's supposed to look like this. But this is with the cream cheese, so, but I'm still kind of expecting something like that. So the crust has to form. So aim for 25-30 minutes, but just keep an eye on it. So I'm gonna put her in the oven. Let's go. Let's do a little sneak peek. Oh my God. So just to give you guys an update, I have been baking my ricotta cheesecake for like 35 minutes. And I just gave it a quick broil on low. So I'm gonna be watching it. I don't wanna burn it. And maybe 2-3 minutes, something like that, and we'll take it out and see what the cake looks like. Ta-da! Ricotta cheesecake. Look at that. So beautiful. Perfect for the holidays. I am going to chill this in the fridge and I will check back in with you guys once it's ready to serve. Look at that. Look how golden and crispy it looks. Don't worry if it cracks. Its imperfections make it more beautiful. So here we have it. I actually didn't chill it in the fridge. I just let it get to room temp and it's ready to serve. So let's cut some pieces and share with family and friends. Oops. Ooh. Look at that. Wow. Okie dokie. Oops. So delicious. Really good. It's a bit different than the cream cheese. Bella! Sorry about that. My dog wants some. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Very easy to make. Have fun during the holidays. Get creative. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the other 2 videos on the screen.